So for those of you that don't know, I turned 50 this week, and I thought by way of reflection and celebration, I'd share with you some of the sort of key lessons that I've learned through my 5 decades on the planet, good and bad, of course. And I'm sharing them in the hope that there's maybe something in there that you'll hear that will get you thinking differently. Or possibly it'll just give you a bit of a better sense about the person I am and maybe why I am the person I am. But the most important thing I'd really like to point you at is for you to see how the role of your personal story plays out in how you show up in the world now, and that is changeable. So I hope there's something for you in these videos, and I'd love to hear any comments from you and thoughts as you listen to them. So as a child, I was a bit of a chatterbox by all accounts. That was the term we used to use for people like me as a kid. Don't know if it's still in common use. Now, I don't have a lot of recollection of this, but apparently if my mother was in the front garden gardening and I was out with her, or we were walking to the shops, I would literally stop and talk to anyone and everyone and really engage them in conversation, even at times apparently inviting them back to the house for a cup of tea, much to the frustration of my mother. So as a result of this behaviour, I heard those famous phrases quite a lot as a child. Speak when you're spoken to, and it's rude to interrupt. Roll forward to later life. Those statements are obviously patterned in me at some level, because when I came out of the corporate world and had to go and sell my services as a business coach, suddenly it was immensely difficult to engage people with conversation just out of the blue, people I didn't know. And the important thing for there, whilst I think everybody suffers with this to some degree, the thing that made me curious is I unlearned that ability. That was innate to me, to just engage and talk to people. So what was it as my life unfolded that enabled me to find it so challenging in later life? And I'm much better now, by the way, but I still struggle, as everyone does, with this particular aspect of business.